Yo, hello. Yellow. As in hello, but yellow. Like that. Microwave noises! You finally got microwave noises! Yes, let's go! Could have been me! Bum 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 bum. Spoon's got this song stuck in my head, so. Oh, we know how to doing. We are here to help you. Everything's connected. Time is of the essence. We live in the future. Yo, blue, blue, blue. Oh my god, blue. Blue. Dude, the cosplay coming out fantastic. So excited. Ever have a circle, smooth and inoffensive. This will be the basis of your revolution. Memory is crucial. Geomagnetism. In town calculation, we will find your logo. DNA is crucial. We must understand it. Do you like my gift? I did like your gift. Thank you, Eric's. We want to see it. Every demographic. If you fail to see it, are they even human? Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Thank you. The eyes are struggling because I forgot how gravity works, but almost there. Oh, dude, it is, like, looking so cool. I am so excited to see what you do with it. Bro, thoughts on aloe vera? Pretty good, actually. I use aloe vera for, like, anytime I get a sunburn, a burn. It kind of will work on, like, bug bites as well. Pretty good thing. My mom also grows aloe vera, so we get it fresh from the plant. The 30, validates education. It doesn't work for me for burns. Ooh, it's not supposed to heal burns, it's supposed to, like, soothe them. Nicones and creatures. 20. In the racial couples. And professors. Blue, I hope you don't mind, to know, but I showed my mom the cosplay. She's also very excited. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Not enough nanas. Well, I literally reached the character limit, you know? I know, but since I have really sensitive skin, the Ellen just irritates me more. Ooh, oh, that sucks. Cold water for you, then. Freedom. And, of course, your product. Oh, my TV broke? Yikes. How so? Million people. Instantly enlightened. I'm so glad you like it. Aw, dude, I'm so excited. Rejected. With no other language. Only recognition. And no other country. Only corporate colors. Never makes us hungry. Hunger makes us human. Everyone can see it. Everything connected. Bum 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 bum. Fell on my mic stand, cracked the LCD. Ooh, oh, like really broke your TV. Yikes. Oh no. Oh, that sucks, Keith. Bottom, bottom. You were streaming, meanwhile, I was in urgent care because I poured boiling water over my hand. Yikes! Oh, I'm so sorry, Eric's. Ooh, ooh, ouch. I once did that at work when I worked at Starbucks, and I didn't even feel it because Starbucks. But I felt it later on that night. Design your logo. It's all your money. Redesign your logo. Redesign all your money. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. You know what, guys? I think I might be I think it might be you know, a rat jam day. I think it might be a rat jam day. You know? It hurts for a day or two, but since I know not to put ice on it, I didn't scar anything. Oh, good, nice. They live in the city. They live on your street. And they scream, and they scream, and they scream. Rats. Rats. Hi, Tori. I would watch, but I'm reading Pasadena and I can't stop. Defo, that's totally fine. I'm trying to learn the song that Satis made for that animation that she made for like the Pasadena thing, Cafe 1930 on the violin. One day I'll cosplay as Technoblade and play the violin. It'll be awesome. Rats. Rats. Vendor City. Great notificational tier. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone knows what we're playing when I put that. And the world ends with a bang, but with a squeak. Rats. Which handy do you want the screenshot in? Oh, you can put it in games, off topic, or general. I don't know what screenshot you're talking about, though. I forgot my guitar at home. I can't learn it with you. No! Rats. Hello, hello, hello! Don't mind that. How's everyone doing? I am so very excited that you guys like Steins Gate enough to vote for it to win today. Like, oh yeah, I'm wearing a tank top. It is warm. Let me just take this sticker off. It has my, my father's name on it. Not that you'd be able to find me with my father's name, but you know. Butterfly Rain is better because, from what I've heard, there's no character death. Oh. I feel like the appeal of Pasturing is the fact that it has a character death. It's, Cowboy Bebop. I cut the sleeves off, and the bottom of it. It used to be a t-shirt, and now it's not. Mocha, hello, and thank you for the work. We're playing Steins Gate again today. We're probably going to be finishing Chapter 1, and I'm lurking in everyone's chat hello. Mocha Mage, I feel that. I am lurking in everyone's chat all the time, because I'm a mod in everyone's chat, and I must keep the modding. I like character death. I cry at two Charlottes yesterday. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. If you guys are wondering what that is, this is for cosplay. It's for Lloyd Forger from Spy X Family. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. Today was great. I hung out in VCs on Discord with everyone, like with a bunch of people all day while they were streaming, and got some knitting done. The knitting is coming along. We're making Pebble Brain by Lovejoy. That album cover as a sweater. This is the start of it. It's literally just a ribbing right now. But it's starting. It's starting. So I got a little bit of that done. I did some drawing. I'm not too proud of these ones. Not gonna lie, I got into the habit of thinking you guys are your real name, and I have to remember myself to not call you real name. Oof. Hi Ginger, how are you doing? Knitting, I know, knitting! Liquid of life. Bonk. I forgot everyone's real name and just refer to their usernames by now. Honestly, for a lot of people, same. There's a lot of people that I just don't know the real name of, or if I say their real name, it feels weird. I was crying to a Jigsaw being Tuplo's sad animation, and it was like, oh, that sucks. I'm doing good, you? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I had a good day today. I'm not, like, super proud of these drawings, but they're not bad, you know? These are the drawings I did today. Is there anything weird on this? No, okay. Raylena from Genetically Neon, which is my story. Genetically Neon's my story. It's not like a story you can go look up. And Brett from Genetically Neon as well. Because Cakebird has started a little, like, group with a bunch of us, to start drawing, you guys might actually end up starting to see, like, the intro comic of Genetically Neon, finally. I've been working on this story since 2016, so, you know. I'm going to stream with my friend in a few days, when they get their mic fixed, and I'm so scared. Eric, don't be scared. Streaming is lots of fun. And realistically, only your friends are most likely going to be watching. Like, there's no one you're going to be embarrassing yourself in front of. So, like, don't worry about it, you know? Hi, Nindor. It's weird using real names. It is. Nindor, I just can't call you by your real name. It's illegal, actually. They look good? Thank you. Got me and my webcomics to feel. Aw, dude, like, I have literally written, like, a 20 to 30 page, like, intro story. I've drawn 10 pages of the beginning of a comic. I have done the entirety of, like, thumbnails for an animatic for 2 different songs, but none of it is finished. It's just, like, stuff that I've made. He would probably playtime. I'm scared of puppy playtime. Oh, have fun. Hello, Ollie. How you doing? Bug, so nobody knows her name. I'm scared I'm gonna F up. Oh, fair enough. Honestly, if you do F up, just don't bring attention to it. Don't, like, be like, oh, sorry, I used your real name. Like, just don't bring attention to it. And the likelihood, no one will, like, even realize. Because, not my name, but my brother and sister's name, like, you know, no one will notice. Snails host several types of parasite that, while may not kill them, they are capable of affecting or killing their predators or animals that eat the snails. Even humans who eat poorly cooked snails can become seriously ill. Ooh, that's a fun fact, Bunny. It'd be so funny when you only call me Nindor in front of my parents. I mean, to be fair, you only called me Ultir in front of mine. So that's for Spy X Family. Lloyd Foyger cosplay. I got these at a thrift store. It's the... pretty nice color, right? And then... pants. I need to obviously tailor them because they are both a large, and I am not a large. So I need to tailor them still. They're here because I was showing Cakebird earlier today. But it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's gonna be good. My casino lights and we're down for a deal tonight. Your life is in your hands and you're now on and roll the dice. Made on your knees, lived and freed, and those contracts to me. You bring up a good point. It would be a fair trade. To be fair, all of my friends call me Ultir in front of my parents, and I think they just don't care. I'll have a good night, Piccolo. Brothers would almost fit me all. Probably not. They're just like, I think the suit is a large and the pants are a medium. What would be considered a medium? The pants are mostly large lengthwise, and the suit is just like a little bit too boxy for like how fitted Lloyd Fjorger's suit is on him. I did! Oh my god, Ollie, I did see their art. I like, what a fantastic rendition of Drizzt, right? Oh my god. No way those would fit me, Rip. Like, hold on, let me, like... I'm not sure. I haven't actually put them on yet because they're not clean. They're so, like... Because the suit is, like, good enough quality, it needs to be dry cleaned. So, like, we haven't put them through the washing machine yet. You know? Okay, I'm gonna stop the music. Okay. I'm very glad that you guys like Steins Gate enough to vote for it. I was gonna start playing music. To vote for it because I really like Steins Gate. Very excited to play this with more people to enjoy the story with. We'll most likely get through chapter 1 today. Like, very, very likely. Yeah, the thrift store feeling. Yeah, I know. It smells like the thrift store still. Even though it's been in my house for, like, 3 weeks. We'll most likely get through chapter 1 today, and then we'll probably get partway through chapter 2. If I don't feel tired, it'll probably be, like, a longer stream. I probably won't, to be perfectly honest, considering that this game consists of me just reading. Don't play the music. Don't do that, silly. I gotta go, I'm so effing tired. Alright, have a good night, Eric's. Let's do fan art instead of me. No, it's not a replacement. Bro, just, you can make as much fan art as you want. They're just, you know. Hold on. My friend gave me an eye keychain. Ooh, that's exciting. That's fun. Okay. We're going back into the game. Here we go. The first time I played this game, I didn't save properly. So hopefully... Yep, there we go. You're not very good at the goal of the game? What do you mean I'm not good at the goal of the game? The goal of the game is to read. And comprehend. What? I'll have you guys know that I have above average comprehension skills in reading, actually. So, you know? Anyways. Here we go. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time for Dara and I to head to Daibaru. Hello, I'm popping in to say hi and good night. Hope, have a good night, and hello. Just glasses. Actually. They're gonna be as- oh, wait, hold on. My phone is ringing. You know, I'm really sad about dropping my Oompa. It's worse than last year when I missed, by Girl Froggy. I can reply, feel your pain, that was worth a fortune, or... That's the one from last year, right? I thought you weren't interested. Yeah, I would send that one. My battle tour. Okay, actually I'm going now. Okay, have a good night, Eric's. Mail sent. Cool. That's so cool. Okay. I'm going to a seminar at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at the Tokyo Denki University. Oompa loompa doopity doo. Summer credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. Loser has a summer homework. Come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down. I'm totally not tired. You're allowed to be tired. Behind me is a large, unidentified object that crashed into a building at Nakahara Station. The building is under police barricade. No one is allowed to approach, but from a distance, the object appears to be some kind of satellite. As we cross over past that connects UPX and Daibaru, I look down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. Uh-oh. A puzzle. There are even some garnish-dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see in Akihabara. That didn't say Akihabara. That said Aikai. Or something. Everyone is walking towards the main seat, which is still cordoned off. Dara, aren't you going to check out Radicon? No point. Get close. I've been following the news online, though. There's already 100 threads about it on the @channel. It's huge, man. Oh, so that's why he was staring at his phone earlier. Reddit. Reddit be like. Just Reddit things. Reddit. E? Oh, he. Right. I forgot that you love Daru. That's correct. Okay, buddy. We went to Daibaru and take the elevator to the flip floor ATF Assembly Hall. Everyone comes, watch it just like the we're playing it. That's literally just reading. Ollie, please. Man, feel that AC. I'm alive. Unlike the lab, Dabaru has air conditioning. Yet another reason for our diligent participation in the seminar. About the phone wave names of the change, I might have found our answer. You know that name something to change thing is really annoying. I won't give in that easily. Even if no other lab members use name something to change, I will carry on until the day we decide its true name. Now is not the time. So what's your latest ridiculous theory? This is funny last year when they did it. Shut the F up. What do you mean, ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility. Even those a lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Don't you dare call that ridiculous. So basically you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science. You can if you write it down. Daru, I have a hunch that the phone wave names it the change. Maybe the key to opening Stein's Gate. How's that? Stein's? What? You lost me at ridiculous, man. They were having that argument in an elevator, and the ding at the end. Good job. A chime signals our arrival on the 5th floor. The elevator doors open slowly. As we step out of the elevator... Ah! I bump into someone. I quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling. I'm sorry. Well, I can't argue much as TikTok has decided that today is Give Keith Gay Panic Day. That's fun. That's a fun TikTok day. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, she's alive. What? It's a girl. And I recognize her. You... Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. Bro, it's only been 3 hours? You saw someone get stabbed 3 hours ago and you were just like, I better go to a seminar. Hello? Oh my god, Knife Girl is not dead. It's a girl, gives us vibes in a word for observation. Wakisi Kurisu. Is there something wrong? Kurisu frowns and tries to back away. But I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow! You should be dead! Why are you here? And you're even... There isn't a single bloodstain on her clothes. And they're the same one she was wearing when I found her. Sarah, you're being creepy. Only a serious wound would have produced that much blood. Bro, someone got... So, like, if I saw one... So... Oh my god, boobies! Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. See, here's the thing, Bunny. I need you to know that she's 17. So... Just putting that out there. Anyways, now, can you imagine seeing someone, like a dead body on the floor? I take everything back. Don't worry, Daru is like 19, 20-ish. Daru's 19, I'm pretty sure. So, you know. I am sorry. Bunny, see, the thing is, I just don't know how old you are, so, like, you know, I'm just, like, putting that out there. See, when I watched the show the first time, I think I watched it in 2011, so I would have been 14, and I did find her attractive. So, like, I get it, you know? Oh, I am 20? Okay, well... I mean, technically, she is, like, older than you now, you know what I mean? She's 17, how I get to stare at the poop. That's pretty funny. Huh. I didn't mean it. FBI, open up! He's a creepy main character is hot, and I want him to grab my shoulder. Ollie. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Anyways, what was I gonna say? So, like, he saw someone. That's not how games work, old here. Okay, there is a sequel game, and she's older in the sequel game, technically. So, like, you can simp over her and, anyways. Not the point. The point is, he saw someone get stabbed 3 hours ago, and then was thinking to himself, I gotta get that extra credit for school. I gotta go to that seminar. I gotta go to that seminar. Why are you saying old tear at me? Brah! I said that when I was 14 I found her attractive. Is that not allowed? Not the point. The point is that, Hoin Kyoma is crazy. Not a scratch. Hey, that hurts! Let me go! Yeah, you get him. Kirisu pushes me away. Then she shoots me a wary glare. No, really? I realize that I'm gaping in disbelief. Dude, I'm the same way. I'm see a dead body and go at the anyways, I'm not going to fail. School time. I'm so sorry, Ollie. You're okay? But that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. That's such a cool thing to say someone who has no idea who you are. Can you imagine? Someone walks up to you. And you guys can't see her face, I've just realized. Here. You guys, hold on. Her face is, yeah. She's having a great time. You know? It's just such a good time. She has Ultir's face? Yeah. Yep, it's just me. That again? Daru interrupts. Ultir. She has Ultir. Spoons! Thank you so much for the raid! I'm sorry I couldn't be there for the ending part of your stream. I had to, banana time, you know? It's Miko and Sergeant Hoopster. Hello! How are you guys doing? You guys didn't miss much. They just walked into the building and are like, we're here for a seminar. And then he bumped into this chick, you know, this one, you know, this one, that's supposed to be dead 3 hours ago. He saw her dead 3 hours ago and was like, I'm gonna go to a seminar. Like, that's, like, normal human behavior. You know, just as you do. Yeah. So, like, he's surprised about it, you know? Wait, there's something strange about what he just said. What do you mean, again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago, right? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead just 3 hours ago. Sees your angry face. Ollie. Ollie. My god. Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine. My beloved hacker. You know, that message was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it, which means it came from the future. Suddenly, she's interested. It came from the future? That sounds like something you'd read on the internet, Daru. It's rare for you to talk about ridiculous theories. No, the date was definitely a week later. It came from, the 28th. Wait, that's today! Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. He's right. The email was sent from my phone. He received it on July 21st at 12:56. But it was sent on July 28th at 12:54. Hey, at least are no thirst traps on my TikTok. Yeah, Keith. It was split into 3 males. Someone stabbed Mikisi K. Risu. Don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? And it looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognize the content, though. This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago. If you do, old dear. But I sent 1 email, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Dara really get this a week ago? Interesting. Suddenly, Kurisu is standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh, right, the email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is why she's still alive. Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit. Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I am a mad scientist. Now, I want you guys to look at that sentence. And think to yourself. This man is 19 years old and goes to university. In Japan, would you have to write, like, an entrance exam for? Anyways, you know? Oh, she mad. Oh, she mad. I timidly reach out to Kirisu's face. Now, why would you do that? My fingertips stroke her hair. Now, why would you do that, though? Feels silky. Quite the cute cuticles. So he gets a pass for crazy things. Ollie, that is simply incorrect. Raise your standards, please. Substance. She has substance. Of course she's not a ghost. How silly of me. That music change. Oh, Kareen, don't think that's such a good idea. Punch him, punch him. I poke Kirisu's cheeks with my fingers. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one. Hey. Wait a minute. We already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulder before being pushed away. And I still doubted she has substance? That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Ride Icon? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations? Just like that mass disappearance? That's right. She was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. I grab the hem of her blouse and slowly lift it. Because I'm an idiot. Are you trying to get yourself arrested? I just want to know the truth. I stare straight back at Kurisu as she trembles with anger and lifts her blouse a little higher. Sir! What truth, you purred? You stupid? Wanna die? She pushes my hand away. Louise Chan's famous line for the win! Daru shoots something silly, but I ignore him and press Kurisu. I know what I saw. Ollie. Please raise up your standards. Please. No way! Did you just see my Kirisu's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse down. No, you fool! Not that! Earlier this afternoon, after Nakabayashi's presentation, someone killed Makisi Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explain everything that I saw. Wait, Dr. Nakabayashi? What are you talking about, Ocarine? Dr. Nakabayashi's presentation was cancelled. Cancelled? Yeah, because of the satellite crash? Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. Bro, I'm not able to see my boyfriend for the entire summer. I've touched her. Let me sit for fictional characters. You're allowed to like the fictional characters. Just please understand that he has flaws. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy? Excuse me, my name is Hoin Kyoma. Really, man? You're hopeless. Okay, Hoin-san, I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying. But I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall. Makise-san, it's almost time. Huh? Oh, right, thank you. Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards a small conference room. We should go too. Go where? To hear the lecture? Duh? Ah, that. Daru follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius, Makise Kurisu, need to attend a lecture like this? Lol, attend. Copium. Okay, oh, whoops. Okay, I didn't know what that said. Anyways, the girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. I think that's an L+ ratio for our boy Hoin Kyoma. This girl is teaching a lecture in front of a bunch of 19+-year-olds, and she is 17. That's an L. Rip. I would like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture. Japanese famous girl genius Makise Kurisu had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. She's 18 apparently, guys. Guys, I was wrong about her age. She's apparently 18. There you guys go. I first heard about her when Daru pointed out in her Gossip magazine article. Okay, but I want to know too. What are the memes? Can I grab the Discord? Hello? There we go. What are the memes? I should probably leave this chat, lol. Hold on. Hold on. Why is it not showing? Rip plus ratio. You know, just funny things. I see you found the anime picture. Bro, I know how it feels as a junior where I always had to babysit 18-year-olds. Lol. There's something I saw and then I lost it. Is it in general? It was in general. Anyways. Bro, no, I'm dying, so F you, Keith. Oh boy. I first heard about her when Duro pointed out in a Gossip magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. I've forgotten all about it. It's her first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. And Kurisu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? When I return her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. Huh. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever. I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Redekai how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. The cutoff on that applause. Yikes. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. So I want you guys to, like, remember, like, how Dr. Nakabayashi's, like, speech was like. Like, his was, like, an open press conference. And had, like, 20 people. And, like, no one gave an F. And, like, she's, like, here, not even, like, claiming to have, like, invented a time machine. And she, like, comes in and like, she has an audience. Get absolutely ratioed, Dr. Nakabayashi. Let's go. Time travel. Ho ho! Cunning and aggressive. Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection! Bro thinks he's in an Ace Attorney game. She's like, excuse me? Every member of the audience, not just Kurisu, is startled by my interruption. I wonder why. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not one to just sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Ocarine, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay, it's fine, I guess. I'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Okay, Keith. I have high standards for real people. My boyfriend is a kind of soul in the world for fictional characters. They don't have much standard for fictional characters are low. Ollie, I kind of feel that. Because, boy, are my favorite characters in anime, like, the absolute most trash people. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed. But let's not mind that. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I have heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. The 11 theories. Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory, tecton theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory, cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, celestium laser theory, elemental particle ring and laser theory, Dirichlet antiparticle theory. Oh, this is, I didn't mean any harm. I'm sure it's fine, Keith. I'm sure it's fine. I think they're just clarifying. Not bad. Perhaps Mariuki Kurisu is a worthy rival after all. However, all these models are purely theoretical. That's probably why they have theory at the end, you know? Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up with a 12th model? Right, well... It could be contradicted by the 13th model, now, couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touché, genius girl. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. Maybe I got too carried away. You think? I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. I actually found out recently that a lot of Einstein's theories were actually made by his wife. No one is shocked, but like, pretty interesting little factoid for everyone. For example, let's say someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be about 100 millionths of a second further into the future than I am. Oh, yeah, so his wife, like, we as the people already knew that she was, like, also a pretty good scientist in her own right, but at the time when they were making these theories, they worked together, but he had to publish it, because if she tried to publish it, it simply would not have gone published. I didn't do research further than, like, kind of, like, reading that this was a thing, so I highly suggest looking into it. It sounds quite possible, considering that there is a lot of times throughout history where women would discover something or figure something out, and either their mentors or their fathers, husbands, brothers, whatever, would take that thing and publish it under their names. This has happened a lot throughout history. Not to say that he wasn't extremely intelligent, Einstein, and that he probably didn't, like, help, but, you know. These are their stories. What does that mean? The special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. Yeah, in hindsight, makes sense. Yeah. For example, if you could run at near the speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would ellipse in the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day into the future. Understand, Hoen Kyoma? Why are you singling me out? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Mikasa Kurisu wants to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name. But that's not really time travel, is it? Now Professor calmly makes an objection. True, Mikasa Kurisu's example isn't strictly time travel per se. But I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. If you could run at the light speed of light, you'd get very tired. Like, yeah, I guess. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience. Yes, you're right. The genius girl really concedes the point. Readily concedes the point, lol. If she were a normal 18-year-old, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. Yup. Someone who published a thesis at the age of 17 definitely would be timid and shy. Especially a 17-year-old woman in the science industry in America, coming from Japan. Yeah, definitely the shy type, you know? Whoop, that's not the button I wanted to press, lol. Yup. A normal 18-year-old would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. Mm-hmm. And yet, Mirusu Kirisu gives off an aura of gutsiness that says, I can take this guy on. You're so shy. Then what about going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? That's not time travel either. This time, it's a nearby student who objects. Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kurisu look a little nervous just now? Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. A cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass. A string-shaped crevice? That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy. It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a wrap. This is called a space-time angular defect. When you pass through an area of angular defect, transit time becomes 0. Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular defect would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. In other words, you arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic strings, you can do a space defect jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. Bro, I just finished physics class. I ain't trying to learn more from a video game. It's time travel. It's so interesting, though. What do you mean? And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past of cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves. 2 strings to be exact. By the way, they're hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move them at near light speed. How much energy do you think you'd need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. Gigawatts. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. This earns a few chuckles from the audience. Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning. With a time traveler alive, of course. Can you string a bow with cosmic strings? What would happen? They're called cosmic strings, but they're not actually strings. If that makes sense. It's just kind of like a word because it's kind of how they look like, but they're not actually a string. What do you think, Hoin-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered this time. Looks like Hoin-san doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They might be a little bit more realistic than cosmic strings. Gigawatts Back to the Future, my beloved. It's a little funny. Okay, I understand. See, when it has a red text like that, it means that it's further explanation in like a little thing. I just haven't been clicking on them. A bolt of lightning. By the way, Hoin-san, do you know what wormholes are? No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. Ooh, I got it right. I sigh inwardly in relief. There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. The flux capacitor. But, oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? Is this something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would look like. Curiouser raises her right fist. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist's grasping force so that I can't squish anymore. Kurisu opens her fist. If you stabilize a tunnel with exotic matter injection, in-substance travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little bit more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara, and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light, and once there, we yank it back to LA. Huh? How? According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now, if Hoin-san jumped into the wormhole, he would arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urushima effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more, since the travel time is 0. Hoin-san will return to Akihabara several years in the past. Time travel complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the future, but no one has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which by the way has not been confirmed to exist. So implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now do you see what I mean when I say that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler? Like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use or something? This student is stupid. The student really said, isn't there just something you can make, lol, and create time travel? It's like, yeah, that's why we have time travel. I'm afraid not. Now, saying that, I have realized that they did actually do that because they made a time-traveling machine out of a microwave. But, anyways, a firm declaration. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Guys, guess what? We're 10 years. Oh my god, we got microwave noises. Oh my god. This is a great day. We're 10 years in the future of this game, because this was made in 2010. Just so everyone knows. I would like everyone to know that. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. It's 12 years now? Yeah, I understand it's 12 years, but like... And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved. You mean time paradoxes and conversion of mass? The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be the extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading in a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conversion would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though. If you think that conservation of mass applies to macroorganisms like the universe or microsystems like atoms, elementary particles, you're mistaken. Oh my god, kids born in 2010 or 12 now, getting old crisis. Yeah, I know, man. What? Is that true? She's laughing at my reaction. That little... How mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then what is the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestor before you were born? As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. Oh, what if you don't just kill them, lol? You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous. You're stupid, Ritaro. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause a total collapse of causality, relatively, and every other physical law in existence. Energy converts to massive velocity. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0.0000001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say this is the logical conclusion? There may be loopholes, like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. Ritaro is having a time. I grin my teeth. Grind my teeth, lol. When I see Makise Kurisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Kurisu truly is a genius. I ended up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. After the two time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture, so impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makise Kurisu dead. And yet, she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Kurisu. My conversation with Daru and Mayuri didn't make sense either. Bruh. Tori, hello. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream. An illusion. It never happened. Oh, liquid of life. Here we go. Bonk! There we go. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. Oh my god, guys. Best girl. Best girl is showing up. Why are you praising her? It's not like I like her or something stupid. Guys, oh my god. Best girl is coming up. Now, when she shows up, I'm gonna explain what's happening. Okay? Okay. After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I head to Yanabayashi's shrine. Best girl. Best girl. Best girl. Best girl. I need to get exercised. I seriously doubt that Makise Kurisu at ATF is a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to see an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese, it's in our blood. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kandan River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Manatsubashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kane Moshi is the most famous shrine in Akihabara. Akiba. But I deliberately chose this one. The shrine is so small, you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from few trees growing here. Oh my god, it's Mayuri. It's so green! Do-do-do! There are two girls standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. Yurishiba Luka. It's pronounced Ruka, I'm pretty sure, but because they don't pronounce L's, so it's Ruka, but, you know, whatever. Ruka! A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Bad movie ad? Uh-oh. 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 Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priestess' son. That's right, son. So here's the thing about this one, okay? So here's the thing about Ruka. Ruka, literally, this is a little bit of a spoiler. It's a little bit of a spoiler, okay? But Ruka literally asks later on in this game, like, literally says she wants to be a girl. Like, literally is like, you know what? Like, I don't feel like I was supposed to be born, like, a boy. Says that she wants to be born a girl. So, basically, unless he's saying something like son, or whatever, I'm gonna call her she. Because she's literally, like, literally says she wants to be a girl. Like, it's not like one of those things where it's they're just like, oh, this boy is feminine, and she's just like, no, I'm a boy, call me he, or whatever. Like, literally says she wants to be a girl. So, just so everyone's aware, and that's why I'm gonna be calling her girl. She literally says it. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. Good afternoon, Okebe-san. She bows her head. The voice of a girl, the mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Happy trans man noises. See, the thing is that there's literally a part in this, in this visual novel, where she says, I want to be a girl. And Hoin Kyoma literally says, huh, I think it might be better if she goes through, like, hormone and surgery therapy. She would probably be able to become, like an icon for Tokyo's, like, LGBT community. Like, that is, like, literally a word-for-word thing that he says. So, like... Like, Ridro is, like, not transphobic. I think it's just because she, like, never expresses that she wants to be a girl until that very moment, and that's why he's calling her he, basically. But, I'm gonna be calling her she. Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender. But he's a guy. Looks stunning in Miko robes, but he's a guy. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning. Miko robe is, like, a feminine, like, priest robe, which means that probably her dad knows that she's a girl, you know? But he's a guy. But she just hasn't told anyone else. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. But he's a guy. Then cicadas won't shut up. This joke goes on for a bit. Rukako, the blade I gave you, what happened to it? She's a friend of mine. I call her Rukako. We met when I rescued her from some aggressive photographers in Akihabara's Presidation Heaven. I don't know. It also so happens that Rukako and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I got to know her. Rukako is taken aback by my sharp question. She starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in her eyes. You mean Demon Sword Shimadera? Shimaderi? I pronounced that wrong. Correct. I bought it for you so you can learn to control your power. Oh yeah, you bought it at Bladeworks, right? I think it costs 980... Don't say another word anymore and they will come to silence you. They're gonna silence me? Thanks for worrying me, Thanks for worrying about me, Ocarine, but who are they? Uncle, the right work alarms are set for tomorrow. Good night. Have a good night, Tori. I know Mayuri's question. $9.80. Yeah. Zurukako, are you making sure to practice a Charderay like I told you? Yes, I do practice swings once a day. As long as you carry it and master the Shinjinzama school of swordsmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. Demon Sword Shimaray may be an intimidating sword, but that is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one truly to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included. Thank you, Okebe-san. It was a wonderful present. My name isn't Okebe. It's oak green. I'm sorry, Kyoma-san. As long as you understand. Now speak the words. El Sai Kongaloo? No, not Kongaloo. Kongaroo. She's lovely. She is lovely. Yes. El Sai Kongaroo. Did I get it right? Rikuko smiles happily as I nod. Thank you. Such a lovely smile. But he's a guy. Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship. Mayuri's not a Fujishi, but she's gonna get a little excited. Mayuri, no! Mayuri, no! Don't say these things! Stop. Stop. Eh? Mayuri-chan? Please don't imagine such things. For real. Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship. I, Howie and Kyoma, have gone to great lengths to teach Rikuko from the evil conspiracies that rule the world and how to resist them. She's effing adorable. I need to hug her, right? We love her. Best girl. That's about Demon Sir Shimari is part of that training. Do I want to know what that means? Fujioka? It's a word that was used before, like, Tumblr people, but basically it is, like, the name that mostly women were given if they wrote, like, they read a lot of manga or fanfiction that was about, like, two men in, like, a relationship, like, usually in something like a teacher-student relationship, master-disciple relationship, butler and master, that kind of thing. It's also more extensive than that, but it's not really a word that's used very much anymore. Because people who, like, are actively like that are usually shunned now, because it's not a great dynamic, you know? Yup. Looks aside, Rikuko is very obedient and hardworking. Plus, she's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though she does have the weakness of not catching on too quickly and being too shy. What are you doing here, Mayuri? I came to see Rika-kun. Kamima's coming up next month, and I want her to cosplay as Karini-chan from Rynet, but she won't say yes. But cosplaying, that's just too embarrassing for me. But I'm sure you'd look great in it. The phrase, someone this cute can't be a girl, is really popular, you know. Come on, make your cosplay debut. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. Butler, master, where have I heard that before? Now, here's the thing. Black Butler, which is probably what you're thinking of, was originally written to be that. Like the pilot chapters were, and then the company... No, I never watched it. Okay, the anime is kind of trash. The manga is way better. The manga is a horror. The anime is kind of a... You know? The manga is scary. But basically that. Like, basically the company was like, hey, could you write this as, like, not this? And she was like, yeah. And she made it a horror. And so it's a horror. And it looks like she's chosen Rikako as her next target. Rikako, lol. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on, Rikako has no problem wearing Miko robes. Why should cosplay be any different? One hell of a butler. But whatever, I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later. She still puts hints of their relationship in the manga and anime. Yeah, well, they don't have a sexual relationship. Is what I'm getting at. Like, they have a close relationship, but there is no way CL... You know? And that demon hates him. Despises him. And CL knows. Like, I never got to finish the manga, but I'm pretty, like, I know what happens at the end. Yeah, it doesn't end well for CL. I'm gonna tell you that. But it's really important, Mayushi. And it's trivial to me. Anyway, Lukako, there's a good reason for my being here. I need you to perform an exorcism. Huh. Oh no, anyway. An exorcism? Then I'll go get my dad. Please wait. No, it's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of Kanbai Shrine. So with that said, bring out the usual. The usual? You mean Shamiyadure? No! Who the hell uses a demon sword for an exorcism? The usual for an exorcism should be obvious. I don't know what it's called, but it's that stick with the zigzaggy paper thingies that the priest does a shaky wiggly with. Friendship, I don't think the fans agree. No, totally. That's what I mean. Like, I understand that the fans have taken their relationship and, like, whatever, but, like, if you just read the manga, like, they definitely don't. Like, obviously how the artist draws them is definitely very reminiscent on, like, what she originally intended for the manga, but it's very much a horror. The manga is, like, a lot. Like, good things don't happen to CL, you know? It sounds really dumb, Ocarine. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri. Oh, the Onasa! But I don't think it's my father will lend it to me. I'll go ask him. Rukako makes a quick bow, then runs up towards her house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag and checks the time. The pocket watch is so pretty, man. It's a very old watch, not the sort you would expect a high school girl to carry. Its name is Pockety. Obviously, that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. No, sure, everyone's family got burnt like fried chicken. This is true. Then he got put in an effing cage. For a long effing time. Like years. He was in that cage for years. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. Well, time for me to go to work. Do your best. You're going straight home afterwards. Yep. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She lives in Ikebukuro? Yo? She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying at the lab since summer break began. See you tomorrow! I totally read bow as bow. As bow? Totally read bow as bow? Oh, I totally read bow as bow. Okay, cool. I called Mayuri to stop being before she trots off.
Mayuri.
Wait, Mayuri. Back at Radicon, you heard a man scream, right? Scream? Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple as if in thought. Then she gives her usual smile. What was that again? This afternoon. I don't think I heard anything. Oh, well, alright. Oakring's a weirdo. What's the name about Ikebukuro? Oh, Ikebukuro is the town that Dora takes place in. I like Ikebukuro as a town. My sister also went there when she went to go visit Japan, and she took a picture of a vending machine that had the Dora characters on it, which is pretty cool. Bye-bye! Do-do-do! Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway. Thanks for waiting, Okabe-san. Rukako returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. Wait, Nox went to Japan? Yeah, she went with two of her friends, after she graduated. Like, each of us, so me, my brother, and my sister, after we graduated, we went on a trip by ourselves somewhere. I went across Canada on a train. Had a month basically all by myself. I didn't go with anyone. Nox went to Japan with 2 of her friends. And Al went to, shoot, what's it called again? Honduras. On a marine biology trip. For about a month with, like, a group of people. Ruko returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In her hand is the white ziggity-zag thing I asked for. Dad let me borrow it! Thank goodness. Did Mayuri-chan leave? Don't worry about Mayuri. Begin the exorcism at once, Rukako. Okay. But do you really want me to do it? What exactly am I exercising anyways? Rukako is flustered. Is she really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine. Gah, it's the evil spirit. In my arm! I grab my violently shaking wrists. Be still, foul spirit. Hurry, Rukako. It's trying to take over. No way. Please hang in there, Okabe-san. I'm the Okabe-san. I'm so sorry, Kiyoma-san. What should I did nothing and then started working. God, I wish I could redo between 10 years old now. Wait. I did nothing and then started working. God, I wish I could have redo between 10 years old and now. I was working. I just took the month off. I was working at Starbucks at the time. The exorcism, hurry. Just do it, like I taught you. Okay. With a serious look on her face, Rukako grasps the opus with both hands as if it were a sword. Her stance is impressive. I've taught her well. Her face is red and can barely talk. It looks like she wants to say something, but is hesitating. Panicking because she feels awkward. Amateur. Please, Ruka, expel the spirit from me. Bunch of a sick, no horny. Wait, no. I don't want to kill you. Rukako starts crying. There's something in my eye. Looks like she's really worried. Reason telling me she's a guy, but, well. But her lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I made a frail girl cry. Honestly, Hoenn Kiyoma is nothing but melodramatic. I think I got it. But despite the tears welling up in her eyes, it looks like Rukako manages to work up his resolve. Oh my god. There is something in my eye. Did I get it? Give the drama kids a run for their money? Yup. Thank you, Keith. Very helpful. 10 out of 10. Hear me, evil spirit. She raises the open up high, shaking it left and right. Please, leave Okabe, I mean, Kiyoma-san! That's great. Now strike my arm with the zigzags. The tip of the opus touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwaves to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of cicadas. Did it work? I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped. I'm okay. Looks like you drove away the evil spirit. Good job, Rukako. Rukako sighs in relief and blushes. I'm glad I was able to help. Her shy smile really does make her look like a girl. I would like everyone to know this is all happening on the same day. This whole thing happened on the same day. Well, she feels better now, I guess. Yep. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the Braun Tube workshop for repairs. Daru and Mayuri have already gone home, so I had to carry the TV down the narrow staircase by myself. Its brutal, freaking work, but I manage. Oh boy. Tongue twister. Dude, I want this room. Look how cool this room is. I want this room, okay? And then I sit right here with the glowing in the background. Yeah, so I have all these and they have static on them. Reminder, he saw a dead body about 4 hours ago. For real. And no one else remembers that the dead body exists. And I want to sit right here and then have the glow of this in the background. Like, how effing dope would that be? Like, hold on. Give me. Okay, hold on. Give me the camera. Okay, hold on. The TVs. Like, how powerful is this? Like, I think that'd be dope. This music does not match the tone, though. Like, not at all. But, like, here we are. Welcome to my abode. Oh dear, on a power trip? Not really. Anyways, we put the camera back. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The light is too bright. The sun is going down and the light is too bright. There we go. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare from the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. A 42-inch CRT television. It doesn't seem like something you could get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT. This is what we see when Ultra DMs D&D. Yes! Ideal. Now, I'm fully expecting the people in the chat that have been thirsting over the other people to look at this man and have opinions. Yo, what's up, Okabe? For my LCD TV. No! Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. Or Holly and Bunny. I don't even know if they're still here. He's the workshop's manager, actually the owner of this whole building, Tenjio Yugo. I call him Mr. Braun. It's a fitting name for someone who loves brawn tubes. Yeah, that's the reason. What's up? That TV you gave me broke. That's what. Gotta hope so. I bet you were treating it rough, weren't ya? I barely managed to get the heavy TV on the counter. Love, you ain't gotta treat it with love. You gotta treat it with love. Patsy looks like he's gonna cry. If they cry, I cry. Pause for a second. Why are we pausing? We pausing. Good, continue? What was that about? You have to explain now. He looks like a Walmart One Punch Man. Had to take a screenshot of what? Mr. Braun? A muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. It sends shivers down my spine. Don't worry about it, brah. I'll need repairs post-haste. Man, why do you always have to talk like that? Ooh, I got mail. I didn't want any of the other Google Fridays, but I did want Fatty. But now that I think about it, it wasn't really that cute. Actually, it was kind of weird, low-key. Wonder why I wanted that so bad. Hey, I just realized Fatty kind of looks like Darukan. Body red. That's so awkward. Do you even sell Girl Froggies anymore? There you go. Let's send that one. Mr. Brown begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. Not for me? What? I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in the air, but something smells stagnant about this place. There are CRT screens everywhere. The haphazard layout makes that seem like junk, but they're all functional, according to Mr. Braun. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screens and HD CRTs that came out just before LCDs took the market. Can we talk about how his shirt just says Jackhammer on it? That's so fun. That's so cool of him. You're open late today. Don't you usually close around 7? The crowds in Akiba thin quickly at night. All the major electronics stores close around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was simply a lie, the town goes silent. I'm expecting someone. You mean that chipmunk of yours? Don't be calling my little girl a chipmunk, you hear? The manager glares at me and takes a photo of from his wallet. It is a picture of a young girl, shyly making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man to be some kind of pervert, but the girl is actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs. Or is it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and again. What was her name again? If you touch Nay, you're dead. That's it. Nay. A rare name that means to braid. She pops up at the store now and again, so we've interacted with her before. And by we, I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one Nay gets along with. Nay always hides when she sees me or Daru. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. Zoom that for a second. Karma, you have red hair like Karma for Assassination Classroom? Now I'm not gonna lie to you and say that the name Karma is not from Karma from Assassination Classroom. But I will tell you the red hair is a coincidence. I just like the color red. Mr. Braun makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. Once again, shivers down my spine. But seriously, besides your daughter, has this workshop ever had a customer? I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I'd be surprised if this place were actually making any money. Ain't a customer. He puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer. There's probably just a loose smolder on the board. I can fix it. Really? Although by all means. Hold on, I'll get you an estimate. What? You're charging me? What do you think? This ain't some charity. You're the one who gave us the TV. Yeah, so what? Never said I would service it for free. Curse you, you have some gall to say that after forcing a half-broken piece of junk onto us. Oh, shut up. If you don't want it, I can take it back. Though I'll have to charge you for its safe deposit. Extortion! You dare cheat the man who very well may be the future of mankind. Huh? Who's that now? Me, of course. Who else? Brush your teeth and go to sleep, kid. You got some nerve to be back-talking when I'm letting you rent the second floor for next to nothing. You shall have your money, Mr. Braun. In the end, I'm no match for him. Just then, I hear the door open. I look up to see that a girl has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket and tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly impressed by her well-defined thighs. That's so cool for you. What's up? That's a good sign. You know that time when you're looking at a person and everything else goes into negative? That should definitely be that's a good sign. Yep. Suddenly time stops. It feels like someone activated the world. The girl was still standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Braun was expecting? Maybe she's someone who knows him personally? Another daughter? Or, dare I say, his girlfriend? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat. I called earlier. I'm Amane. And just like that, time starts moving again. Oh, so you're the kid from the job interview. I'm Toijin, the manager. Is she with the organization? A job interview? This young woman? You want to work at this dull, dirty, depressing, debt-ridden Braun Tube workshop with this filthy old manager? You want an extra 1,000 yen added to your rent? My words are but the truth, though I suppose it's not my place to get involved. Anyway, I had no idea the Braun Tube workshop was hiring. You always look so free. I didn't know you need the help. Actually, I'm the one who begged for the job. The girl looks a little embarrassed. The boss refused at first, but I wouldn't take no for an answer. That's honestly surprising. Kids with drive are rare these days. Take a seat right there, young lady. Oh, thank you. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was gonna leave, but since Mr. Braun hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a part-time job interview? And conscious of how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic. Right. What was your name again? Amane Suzuhara. Age? 18. Same as me. Student? No. She shakes her head. Why do you want to work here? Because I love CRTs. Hired. You start tomorrow. Wait, what? Is this some sort of joke? Are we on camera? Thanks, boss. Finally, Amane Suzuha seems to relax. Then she looks at me. Who are you? You dare ask my name. Banish the thought from your head, girl. To learn it would place your life in jeopardy. Countless women have learned my name only to find themselves target of the organization. Sarah in America, Claudia in Italy, Simone in France. I won't put anyone else in danger. Hey, stop putting things out of your ass. He just doesn't understand my pain. This idiot rents the second floor. Name's Okabe Ryutaro. My name is not Okabe. It's Yoin. Quit it, or I raise your red. I'm Okabe Ryutaro. The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression. I don't know anything about this organization that's after you. But if you're ever in trouble, Okabe Ryutaro, let me know. I can help with stuff like that. Huh? Stuff like what? If necessary, I can hurt them so bad you'll never bother you again. Mr. Braun, I don't think you should hire her. Yeah, she might be a wild one. I'll fire her if she causes any trouble. Anyway, ignore that organization's nonsense. It's all in Okabe's head. Monka S. Excuse me? It is? You just keep thinking that. But someday the world will kneel before me. Mwahaha. And then Anahe Suzuha stares straight at me again. But she has a habit of looking people in the eye. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye. So that's the current trend. Thanks for the tip. Trend? I don't think so. So hot. Oh my god, I have mail. Oh my god, I have mail. Are you okay with the answer to the exorcism? More like, treated ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much I can't sleep at night. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 videos as well. Exorcism. It wasn't bad, just a little clumsy. These are the gods and ceremony. Well, the traditional ceremony, I don't tell me it's an ancient forbidden secret. Don't worry, thanks for my right. Our has been. It's so totally located. Just pray that there is issues. That sentence don't find me. Which one do I want? No, I like this one. Hello, Raindrop! How are you doing? We are playing Steins Gate. You'll catch on quite quick as to what we're doing. And what the story is. It's about, at the very base level, it is about time travel and conspiracies. And that's it. I'm good, thank you, thank you. Nice, nice, nice. I was at university all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. I grab an iced coffee at the bakery and say Yodobashi to quench my thirst. While at it, I guess I'll check @channel on my phone. Reddit, Reddit, Reddit. I'm mostly referring to the occult board, the future technology board, and sometimes the physical board. What a nerd. What an absolute effing nerd. I searched for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon or Mikey Kurisi stabbing, but turned up nothing. So were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts in numerous threads about someone claiming to be John Teeter. Wait, John Teeter is back? John Teeter appeared on American BBS 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. Okay, so, now we got to the meat of it. So John Teeter was a real phenomenon that happened in our world. He appeared on some forums, so BBS is a forum thing. Yeah, Raindrop remembers BBS. He appeared on a bunch of forums back in 2001. And he basically posted a bunch of photos of what he claimed to be a time machine. And he claimed to be from the year 2036. And he was there to find a computer called an IBM, which is a real company, as you probably know. 5100, which is a real computer. It was extremely rare because only like 1,000 or so were made, and they were quite expensive, so not a lot were actually sold. Yeah, 2036, I know. The very special thing about the year 2036, I did a project on this, that's why I know about it. The very special thing about the year 2036 is very similar to the Y2K problem. Y2K problem was basically a bunch of computers were made to have the year in the system, but the year was shown as only the last 2 digits. So when it was going to roll over to 2000, it was going to show 00, which is obviously would mess up a lot of systems. A bunch of people worked to make it not a problem, which is why it made it not be a problem. It's because they had the foresight. 2036 has a kind of similar thing, where any computer that is running on 32-bit, which is basically no computers now, will stop functioning, essentially, because they'll reach their bit limit. Similar to if you reach like a certain level in Pac-Man, it just stops working. But that's what's supposed to happen in 2036. There's actually a countdown on the Wikipedia of when 2036 is going to happen, like when it's supposed to happen, because it's a specific date in like January, I think. But it's quite interesting. Anyways, you don't have to worry about it because the majority of computers are at least a 64-bit, so like don't worry about it. That's kind of cool. I know, when I was doing research of this, the 2036 problem was still a very real problem, because when I researched this, most computers were still 32-bit computers. But anyways, John Teeter, there are, like, his, time machine photos, his forums, and everything like that. The original websites don't exist anymore, but they have been archived on the internet. I'm actually gonna show you guys, because they're actually extremely interesting. I just want to find... There is... there is a thing. I have to figure out where it is. There's like a PDF. I would like the time machine design. There we go, archive.org. Okay, I found it. Internet history of ultralight. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. Scene. Let's do that one. That one. Done. Okay. So this is the PDF. So this is basically an archive of a bunch of stuff that he wrote. So operation instructions for gravity distortion time travel unit, March 21st, 2034. And these are pictures that he put on the internet. These are the pictures that he put. This is a diagram of how time travel works. Can we zoom in, please? Yes. Whoops, that's a little bit too much. It's a little bit blurry, because this is the copy of a copy. But, like, this is the operation system. This is his diagram of how time travel works. So it kind of has, like, the points of what everything is. This is another diagram of how things work. Mobile viewer for early stream. Fair enough, fair enough. More of how it works, more diagrams of how it works. The engine. This is supposedly a picture of his time machine. So you can see that it kind of looks like this. This is supposedly a picture of him fixing the time machine. This picture was taken in the fall of 2035 during my training. It shows my instructor beaming a handheld laser outside the vehicle during operation. The beam is being bent by the gravitational field being produced outside the vehicle by the distortion unit. The beam is visible through smoke that is coming from a cigar. So that's what's happening there. So there is a laser pointer here, and it's being bent. But with gravity, basically. This is the inside of it. It's more pictures, more pictures, more pictures. This is what an IBM 5100 looks like. It basically has a special capability. It had, like, basically... Okay, so you know the code, like, ones and zeros, and how computers basically run on that code? The IBM 5100 ran on a different type of code. Or it had a different code in it. Which means that if you were to code in that language, you would only be able to read it with an IBM 5100. This is the IBM 5100. IBM computers are super sought after, and their keyboards are worth a lot. We have an IBM keyboard in our garage, and it's apparently worth $180. Which is crazy. I think that's the end of that. Yeah, so that's what all that is. Yeah. So yeah, so he was a real person. So when I did a project on him and the time traveling machine and all that sort of stuff, we still didn't know who he was. The OG laptop. It definitely wasn't a laptop. You kept that in your room. And the reason why it was so expensive is because it could actually fit in a room. Because that computer was made when computers were still, like, whole rooms. And so like they only made like 1,000 of them. They weren't sold very much because they were super expensive, like thousands of dollars expensive in like the 80s, you know. So I did a project on this in 2013, 2014. They still at that point had no idea who John Teeter was, and he was doing this stuff in 2001. It was discovered in 2016 that it was actually two politicians who did the hoax of John Teeter. And they did it basically as a social experiment, essentially. They just wanted to see what would happen if they had this made-up story of a time traveler and see what happened. By today's standards, it would definitely be considered an ARG, because they didn't mean any malice from it. I wouldn't call it a hoax, because they just wanted to tell a story. Yeah, it was two politicians. It was really weird. They, like, it had nothing to, it wasn't, like, it was, like, it wasn't done with any malice, and I don't think it had anything really to do with the fact that they were politicians. That just happened to be their profession. I think they both just came up with a really cool story, and they were just like, huh, this new internet thing, because 2001, you know, pretty, like, recent new internet. They're like, I wonder if we could tell a story through this, and people would believe us. And people did. People did believe him. Like, John Teeter, like, made a bunch of predictions, said that World War III was going to happen in, like, 2014, a bunch of things. Like, I think, like, one thing they predicted came true. Most of it didn't. Like, but that's not really the point. The point was is that they made a very convincing story. Convincing enough that, like, it's been, like, in a lot of things. Like, this video game came out 10 years after that happened. So this came out in 2010. That the thing was in 2001. And it was still relevant. Like, it was still a thing that people talked about. Some nerds in the wrong career path shake my head, yeah. The reason we use the term bugs to define computer glitches is because they literally, yeah, I knew that, yeah. So also, kind of fun fact, John Teeter then, by our standards, came out, like, was on forums 20 years ago. So that's exciting. But yeah. So, that's who John Teeter was. I just, like, need you guys to understand that a lot of stuff that's in this video game are true, even though the main premise is they make a time machine with a banana and a microwave. So, that's kind of the thing there. It feels old, man. Yeah, I know, right? Oh my god. Alright. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to attain an old computer, the IBM 5100. His claims started quite a storm among the BBS designators. Teeter also made several accurate, if fragmentedly, predictions of future events. The start of the Iraq War and the spread of disease, for example. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principles behind his time machine and provided pictures of its operation manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right. This is so fun. I'm happy to be here. Sheds a tear. I'm glad, Rangel. I'm glad. But on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradiction each other, too. That's why, to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. So after 10 years of silence, that same John Teeter is now on a Japanese BBS? Ridiculous. It's obviously a troll. First of all, John Teeter is American, yet now he's posting on @channel in Japanese. Let's take a look at this post. I don't expect you to believe that I came from the year 2036. I see that everyone would like to know about my time machine. Time travel technology developed by CERN. They completed the first time machine in 2034. So CERN, Teeter, I'm sorry. What? 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 What did I say? What did I say? Oh, an Altier. Oh, okay, I understand. I understand. Um, so CERN, spelled with a C instead of an S, is a real company. They have a huge hadron collider. They smash particles together. Yeah, CERN like that. Um, People were concerned because they were like, oh, they're gonna make miniature black holes and it's gonna swallow up the Earth. And they said, no, we're not gonna make miniature black holes. That's impossible. You can't make miniature black holes. And then I think in 2018, I might be wrong about that. So way after this game was made, they effing made miniature black holes. And then they were like, see guys, it's not dangerous. We made them, and nothing happened. This is fine. So they get mentioned a lot in this game. CERN being this company that, basically is just like, yeah, we just want to smash particles together to see what happens. Why would we try to make miniature black holes? That's impossible and stupid. And then we know in our timeline, they did. Very recently. And also they're, a little bit sketch. They're kind of sketch. Because, yep. Which talk went haywire over certain dirty things this month. They'll look into it. Oh, perfect. Science is amazing. Science is amazing. It's also interesting playing and watching things that are about things in real life, because they say things in this that seem way more plausible than they did when this game came out. Because when this game came out, it was just like, oh, that's silly. That's silly. That's so silly. And then you think about it now, you're like, huh, they might have had a, they might have had a point there? Uh-oh. Vibrates in practicing witchcraft. Did you say witch? So, Ollie, I think what Keith is talking about, I know, sir, like, sometimes NASA or CERN will do things, and then Witch Talk is just like, but basically, I'm not gonna look into it, but I think CERN just does some weird things, honestly. CERN is an extremely interesting company, to look into. But yeah. I used to know a lot more about CERN because of the project I did, but it's kind of, like, left my brain now. But I'm sure this will, you know, revitalize it. Time Traveler, lol. John Teeter, lol. More details on the time machine. Do they sell time machines? How much do they cost? I've got about 100 million yen saved. Can you send me one? CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on Earth can acquire one. To say nothing of private citizens. CERN uses their time machine for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. There is no war, no conflict. However, that is a false peace founded on the complete eradication of liberty. What does LOL mean? Why did you come to this time? Was the Akiba satellite crash you're doing? Wait, guys, Trader Sen doesn't understand ad-channel lingo. Let's keep it simple, okay? If you know what I mean. Get a trip cold, asshole. I came here to change my, Guys, they don't understand ad-channel lingo. They don't know what LOL means. I know what they mean, just being weird, lol. But that's really cool that you practice witchcraft. It's cool. My mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living in. Everyone is free. But you will lose it all in just 20 short years. It is vitally important that you understand what the future has in store. What is a tribe code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. You said only CERN has time machines. You have a time machine. Then that must mean you're working for CERN. Therefore, your goal can't be to destroy CERN's dystopia. You're a fraud. What's a dystopia? Bro, do you remember a time when the word dystopia was like a word that you just didn't know because not everything was an effing dystopia? How can CERN take over the world in just 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much manga if you think you can get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? You're trying to play God? If you're promising world peace, then I, for one, welcome our new CERN overlords. This does read like Reddit. Isn't that cool? Oh god, that was years ago? What? What was years ago? Anyways, guys, this reads like Reddit, you know? It really does read like Reddit. My time machine is a prototype reverse engineered from stolen CERN technology. Compared to the other time machines, its capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single, all-powerful governing body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we will eat, what we will, where we will live, and whom we will marry. There's no privacy and no choice. Anyone who dares oppose them is eliminated. There are no trials. Any Reddit enjoyers in chat? Honestly, I feel like there are some things on Reddit that I think I would quite enjoy. I just haven't gone. In movies and stuff, small changes to the past cause huge changes to the future. You've already changed the present by coming here. What happens if you make unexpected changes to the future? Implying CERN rules the word. Do you know what CERN is, lol? OP is a troll. So if we find his dad and kill him, then this time traveler, LMAO, will never be born, and we won't have to listen to this bullshit, am I right? I want to know if you can meet your past self. Can you have Reddit? Reddit be like, you know? Me not knowing this work, back when it was a sci-fi type, raise his hand a little bit. No, what I mean is, like, basically right after this, like, maybe, like, 2012, is when, like, apocalypse books became really, really popular, and, like, apocalypse video games, especially with stuff like The Last of Us and The Walking Dead. And then after that, like, immediately after that, like, a bunch of dystopian novels became very, very popular. Like, Divergence, Hunger Games, like, that type of stuff, right? So, like, the idea of not knowing what a dystopia is... yeah. You're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox. That has been debunked. This world line has a divergence of 0.571024%, compared to the world line I come from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a world line where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this world line. I would go on existing. CERN is a particle physics research institution that hasn't changed in 2036. It is possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory in my time is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. We would get COVID, then... wait. We got COVID. Wouldn't it be a cool dystopia? I am so sorry to break this to you, Keith, but the COVID part is not what makes our world a dystopia. That just happens to be a pandemic that we have to go through. A really bad pandemic happens every, like, 200 to 500 years. Like, it just does. It just happens. Dystopians are, like, the difference between an apocalypse and a dystopia is an apocalypse is nature-made, and a dystopia is human-made. If you're really a time traveler, then effing prove it. Post time machine pics or go... Yep. The many world interpretation? Whoa, slow down, bro. Research institution taking over the world, lol, what? I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I am only posting these messages on a whim. My message come first. Looks at Wally, go ahead, no. Yeah. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply. I try to code as a way to identify posters, put hashtag password after your name. Log backpedaling. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they are consistently branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on this world line's divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would only change by about 0.00002%, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on the global scale. Wars, disaster, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about tricodes. I'll make sure to use this one from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick up again tomorrow. It's been fun talking to everybody. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Teeter for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Teeter wrote 10 years ago. I've read one of the books on Teeter. That's how I know. This new John Teeter is clearly an imposter. There are many Teeter fantics on @channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the response the opposite of what I expect. Everyone is accepting this time travel as if this were his first appearance. Nobody has even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Teeter thread archive in English and plenty of Teeter blogs in Japanese. I enter John Teeter's name to a search engine. 12 matches. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Teeters posting on @channel. I can't find a single trace of the Teeter from 10 years ago. Bizarre. This can't be. I searched for the information on Teeter a few years ago. Back then, I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? Mock S. I tried searching on another site just to make sure, but it gives the same result. Have a good night, Spoons. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Could this be another organization conspiracy? Also, for anyone who wasn't watching this before, when he says, like, oh, the organization, conspiracy, like, he's making it up. Like, it is literally all in his head. At least he thinks it is. These past 2 days, I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Daru. He'll know what about Teeter for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Teeter before. I only vaguely remember the details of that conversation, but I'm positive the conversation happened. Oh, we're calling. By the time I dig my phone out of my bag, I no longer feel like making the call. Instead, I send him an email on the way back to the lab. He replies with his location. By May Queen, he means May Queen plus Nan squared, maid cafe. There is a regular there. Apparently, 3D cat maids are his thing too. But every time the background gets the black bar at the top, it feels like Ogren's going from suspicious squint. MayQueen.Nan squared is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Kuri Malabidori, take a left at Tamakoisaga Crossing and you'll find it. I pronounced that so wrong. That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akira during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the ride icon incident. The area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. Now, thank you, Keith. Bonk. Now it's getting kind of late. And this chapter's going on a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. Been a minute, drink your fluids, people. So, I have, let's think. Let's think thonk here. Hold on, I'm gonna see something. Yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I would like to save. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. But, tomorrow, I'm most likely going to... We could actually exit this game. Tomorrow... Ooh, I am... very bright. We ending? We're gonna see. We're gonna see if we're ending, because I might do some knitting, because I did say I could do a longer stream today, because I don't actually have anything to do tomorrow. But I'm gonna check something first. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end there, actually. I'm gonna end there. So, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. I don't know if there's gonna be a group stream tomorrow. If you do, I'm probably gonna lurk till I fall asleep. No, I think I'm gonna end here. I need to go to the washroom, you know? And I can feel myself fading a little bit. It's getting a little bit late. But I don't know if there's gonna be a group stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. If there is, I will most likely be in the group stream. If not, I'm going to talk to people and see if I can take that slot and play the new Minecraft server that I'm on, the Life Stealers one, and maybe do a longer stream then, because we've been doing some good plans, some really cool plans on the server, and it requires a lot of grinding, and I just got, like, a stellar pickaxe. So I might be doing a lot of grinding to buy some hearts on it and all this sort of stuff, and I'll explain more about it later. But basically, it might be a really long grinding stream. You should do lifesteal? Yeah, I'm going to do lifesteal tomorrow regardless. It just depends what time I start. If I take the, sorry, excuse me, I burped a little bit. If I take the slot of the group stream, I will start at 5 p.m. PST. It might start earlier. It might start at 4. If not, I'll be starting at 7. I really do want to do a long stream, because, like, this is, like, one of the first weekends where I have had nothing I had to do, and I want to take advantage of it. And I would love to do a long Minecraft stream. So, we'll see if we can make that happen. Yeah. Just seeing who we could raid. I'm actually gonna raid this person. I haven't, raided them in a while, and they're actually quite cool. We're going to raid, Pigeon Home. They are playing The Sims. He is playing The Sims. It's modded. I don't know what the mod is. But Pigeon Home is great. So, we'll go over there. Are we planning to continue this game later? Yes, we are playing this game every Thursday from now on, at least. Might be every Thursday and Friday, depending, but definitely every Thursday, because I'm kind of waiting for the Backrooms guy to make more videos. He's made one new video, but I'm waiting for it, like, to be, like, a full stream worth of videos, so at least 3, okay? Yeah. Possible group stream? Possible. I don't know if there is. If not, I will be on the Lifestealers server, and, like, basically everyone I know plays on that anyway. Yeah, Thursdays at 7 p.m. PST. But tomorrow, I will announce it in the Discord, so take a look out for that. Yeah. You guys enjoyed Pigeon Home. They are very cool. They do, like, he does art most of the time, but he's playing Sims right now. If you haven't already, definitely give him a follow. He's pretty cool. I will see you guys tomorrow.